right where we're at right now is like the opening screen. So you will see this, obviously, but we want to use this, okay? When you open it, you usually see like the width and height. But if you, let's just say, going to use TikTok, you go underneath here and put as like that amount, and it'll come up like this. But because me is more like an Instagram edit type of person, I like to go like that. Here. Yeah, we're talking about here. You guys can choose what you guys want to do here. This is like the timing of how long you guys want as what this says direction is. You guys can even make it up to like 9 minutes, bruv. 9 minutes, but, it's not worth it though. Oh, by the way, you can change the color of the background, but who does that? Now, this is like, there's some things I, to this day, don't know. So, you can trust me, but at the same time, you can't. But trust me, okay? Don't lose hope in me, okay? Make sure you're in the default, by the way, because, like, where you're meant to be, okay? Because you don't want to be in the learning, right? Because you're here with me, I got your back. Just ignore what I said before there. You can trust me, but at the same time you can't. So as I said, here is like the sizing of how you really want the screen to be, so you can have it like that, or extremely small if it really works for you, or you can just keep it normal. Now here's like, let's just say you're struggling with something, to know when something is in the middle, when clearly you should really be using this. But anyway, you can use this as a guide. Yeah, that's really what it does, honestly. Here is the direction of when, you know. This, I don't know what's the reason to this, because I never really used it. You know, I just don't know. Either this, but not this. This is quite important. Always put it in quarter, never third or half or full. Or audio. Keep it there. Here is more like when you want to do like a 3D edit. So like here's like the top view, left, top, back, right, bottom, you know, and custom view 1 or whatever. And this is like view 1. It's a lot to explain. That part I will explain it when I'm going to do like 3D transitions for you guys to learn. Why did I say it like that? Right here. Again, there are some things I don't know, okay? But there are some that I do know, okay? So right here is the mouse, I guess. This over here is so you can grab that shit. Like, you can literally grab that shit. Let's keep that in the middle. If you don't really like that, if you're trying to get rid of the hand, by the way, and you don't want to keep going back and forth to the mouse, what you can do is just literally press V. Like, literally just press V. It literally says you're live. Here, I think it's like a zoom. Yeah, it is a zoom. This, a rotation tool? I never used it, but I may use it in the future. This, I never used it, so I have no idea what that is. Neither that, but this, yes. That you can like do shapes and stuff with it. It's quite fun. I like using it. I like using this a lot. Let's just say it's because it's in a square. You can change it by shapes by just pressing Q. There you can see. Damn. Yeah. Oh, she's dipping a star, as she is. This is like when you want to crop something out of a picture. You can do that. This is obviously text. I don't really need to explain. That I never used. Yes, that's like something to erase, you know. That, I have like a love-hate relationship with this bitch, but that's for another video because I can't do talking about her. Here, you know, info, audio, to listen to how loud the music is. If you really want to break your ears, go up to the red, whatever. The preview, effects and presets. This is where like you get all the plugins and you use your plugins and stuff. You know, this is actually to line up any pictures or text and stuff. So this one right here is the library. I never really used it, so I have no idea what that is, to be honest. The characters, this is like when you do a text, if you really want to, like, you know, the font and everything. What do you want the font to be, like bold, you know, or regular, or, you know, list goes on. You can change the size in the paragraph. This is like when you do a text, instead of like keep like the text to be more like in the corner, if you want it to be in the middle, or like, you know, this is kind of self-explanatory, to be honest. Yeah. Tracker, no idea what that is. So, yeah. That, I don't know what that is. Brushes? It's like when you use a brush or something like, for this, you can use that. Anyways, paint, I don't really know, but now let's get into the fun part. Move your mouse over here, okay? Okay. You're hearing? You're following? Okay, great. Now here with the mouse, this is where all your clues are going to be. Down here is going to be where your editing is going to happen, and right here is where you see the magic happen. So, what you do to get the clips is you gotta press with 2 fingers. 2 fingers on the right side, like that. You see new composition, new folder, you know, also all sorts of things. Go to import, alright? And go to file. Now, if you don't want to go in a big of a hassle of just keep going like this, you can do Command I, and it will just come up. Right here is where I personally keep all of my things. So I have all my audios here. Okay, so for this, let's just say we're going to pick an audio, right? Let's... No. This? I guess that's the one. So we're gonna use this audio, right? And let's say we're gonna also need pics as well. So we're gonna import file, or you could just press Command I. Then go to where you leave all your folders and everything, minus that documents. And I go to, where is it? Where is it? Edit clips. Edit pics. The fuck is wrong with me? And we go, let's say I'm gonna choose Nikki Pics. Because I love Nikki, okay? I love Nikki, okay? Remember that. Anyways, so we're gonna go audio, alright? And we drag that. By the way, how do you drag it? Your left finger on to the right, onto the left side, and drag it with your right hand. Boom! Oh my god! You just did something. I'm proud of you. And I'm being a little exaggerated, but good job. Good job. You just did something. So we got the edit here that we want to use the audio to. Let's say you want to, slow down the audio. What you need to do is one click with 2 fingers on the right, like we did with trying to get the audio and clips. And you have this right here. What you do with this is you go to time, and then you go to time stretch. This is more if you want to edit a music to make it a little different or something. I don't know. It really depends what you really want. But if you want, let's just say you wanted to make it slow. Personally, me, I like to make it a little slow sometimes when it comes to audio, so I would do it like 110, right? And it would turn out something like this. Let's say we are willing to make it fast, right? What you need to do is go backwards instead of forward with the numbers. So again, one click with 2 fingers on the right and go to time, and then go back to time, stretch. Now here, you can go 90, or you can go higher. Like, if you wanted to sound like a fucking chipmunk, you can do that, girly. You can do that. And it'll speed up, it'll sound something like this. Yeah, so it's more speed up. But you want to keep it to normal. What you do is, again, on the right side with 2 fingers, click, go to time, and go to time stretch. okay? And put it back to 100, which is the original form. Now let's say you want to use the audio and get rid of the edit that you got from Instagram or TikTok. What you do is you go right here where you see the noise, I guess, I don't know what that is called, and the I. You press the I, it's gone, okay? So now you're left with just the audio. Now let's go to my favorite part, and that is picking a pic out of Nikki. If you guys haven't noticed, Nikki's my bias. I have like plenty of pics of him. I mean, like, he's such a kitty boy. Like, he's so adorable. I love him. Like, he's... I don't know which pic I could pick. Hold on. Oh, no, definitely that one. Okay, I'm picking this one because he looks like a legit duck. Oh, look, if I could continue this video. That is adorable. Bro, I'm about to cry. Hold on. Guys, I'm not kidding. I'm actually crying. Let's get back to business. So I'm just gonna close down the audio for a bit. Let's say we're going to use this pic, right? Which we are. What am I saying? And let's say we're gonna start from here, right? Now, to cut this pic, what you need to do is Command Shift D, and it's cut. And what you do with the rest is press delete, and it's gone. Now, because everything's like the background is black, you want this to be the whole thing, if you get me. What you do is you go here with this arrow, press, go down to transform, and you have all of this. This is kind of like where now you see the magic happen. What you do now is you go to scale. Do not press anything. What you should be doing is go here to where 100 is. Do not go here because, I mean, yeah, it does work. So what you do is you zoom it to when it's there, boom. And then you go to position. Now, to use position, it's kind of confusing. Here goes up. This one goes side. So you want to go use this one to go up. And stop wherever you want it to be. For like an example, I want it to stop there. So after you're done doing that, what you do is you go here, and with your two fingers, right click to the clip, go to pre-compose. Now we're gonna call this Mickey Cutie Pie, because he's such a kitty pie. And boom, now you can fully use this clip. So we have these two clips, and you want to do a transition. Let's say we're going to do a zoom in and zoom out, okay? Alright, so we got Nikki here. So let's say this one is gonna be first a zoom out, right? That's gonna be first a zoom out. What you do, you go back here, and you're right here, transform. You will see it like this, but mine was just ready like that because I had it closed and I had it open now. For this transition, we're using scale, alright? So what you do is you go here at the edge and just press the timer and it should turn blue. Then go as far as you want, not too far, but as far as you think is possible. You can fix it later when you see the transition. You press this diamond right here, and then it should be good. Now, go back to here, press it, should turn blue as well. Now, this is a trick that I do all the time because I feel like it just works better for me. What you do, press, alright, it should turn like that. Press, minus 100. It should be backwards, like upside down, okay? What you do is you pull that back 3 times. So, because it was here, it goes 1, 2, 3. Just trust me on this, okay? Now, instead of just doing this, right, which, I mean, it is helpful, but for me, it works better for me when I go to scale, and I right-click with my 2 fingers on scale, okay, follow along, go here, then go to keyframe, and go to easy ease. Boom. Now, this is where the magic really happens, but it's also a bit confusing, alright? Press one of the keyframes. Now, this is the tricky part that people don't get, but for me it was quite easy to understand. This is a graph. There's different types of graphs. So this one is the value graph. This one is a speed graph. But a lot of people do not really use a speed graph because a speed graph is not really necessary. People mainly use the, what's it called again? The value graph, okay? So how to use this is really just play around with it. So let's just say if the zoom out is going back, is going a little later, what you do is you get this part here, pull it down. You see how that changed? Yeah, that's what you really need to see, okay? Now, if you really want to see the transition turning out really good, what you do is you go here, press that, and press that. Sometimes you don't really need to press that first. You can just press that, and then, yeah. I don't really know what this is really called, but, oh no, this is the motion blur. Now, because we don't want it to be so, like, blur, kind of like how it is right now, what you do is you get the bottom part, and drag it to the right. And it should turn out something like this. Now, because it doesn't zoom out, you don't want the blackness to be showing. So what you do, you go to Effects and Presets, and here you write down Motion, and then you have Motion Tile. You press on that, double click. If sometimes you forget that you didn't press onto the, whatever this is called, you know, to your preset or what I think it's called, I don't know. You can drag this to it. Just be aware, just letting you know, okay? So now what you do here is, do not go here. This, you're wasting our time, I'm telling you. You go here, alright? So this is the output width, alright? Put 400, okay? And the output height, also 400. It should look something like this. Now, it's your decision to pick if you want to make it into like a mirror edge, which turns out like this. Or you could just keep it normally how, if I did not put the motion blur, it will turn out like this. But if I put the mirror edges, it will turn out something like this. Anyway, so it would usually look something like this, like a zoom out, like that. Now, here, what you guys do is, again, you close this part, right? You open to the top part that you are meant to edit, okay? Now, the next pick. Same thing, all right? Now, pick scale, okay? Should turn blue again. And go a little forward. And press that diamond. Go back to the one that you pressed first. And this time, bring the picture forward, all right? Bring it as forward as you want, like I'm telling you, but not too forward. So let's just say I'm going to do it like this. Nikki's nose. So I have it up to 333, okay? Again, one click with 2 fingers on the right, and bring it down to keyframes, and go easy ease. Boom. Now, click in one of the keyframes, and you have this. Now, what you do this time is different. You want the transition for this to go backwards first instead of later. So, you go here first to the first one, to the first keyframe, pull it down. Alright? Let's go here and put the motion blur, okay? And let's put this a little forward. And it should look something like this. And it should go boom. See? So when I go when I play the transition all in once now, it should look something like this. Yeah. Now, if you want to do like a little bounce forward and back for the first clip, what you can do is press again that keyframe. And now this bottom one right here, what you do is you pull it a little down, right? Right? And it should look like a little boom. See? Yeah. So it does like a little, like, tricky trick. Okay, so this next transition is I'm going to teach you how to do this sliding transition. This transition is easy to do, but for some reason After Effects, whoever invented After Effects, I love you, but at the same time, what the fuck was going on into your head to make us confused? Because of this, right? But don't worry, I have your back. So to do it again, this time, press position and press that clock, right? And then you bring it to the end. Now let's say we're gonna do it up slide, right? What you do is you pick this one, right? And you bring it down. Let's say you made a mistake and you went over here and you pulled it like that, all right? To fix this, just press Command Z and it puts it back to where you left off before. Bring it further down till you see the upside down Nikki. Now drag that by three times down, okay? So 1, 2, 3. This is where it's a bit confusing. As I said, After Effects really likes to piss everyone off, okay? Instead of just casually one click with 2 fingers on the right and just going to keyframes and the easy A's, this is where the problem comes. Because when you press it, you can't do anything. And the only thing you can do with it is only use speed graph. But we do not want to use speed graph. So what you do is go to position, again, same thing, click on the right side with 2 fingers, separate, and you get 2, right? You do not use the top one. That one you do not use. Now you just have the bottom. Press one of the keyframes and go here. Now you see this because we were at the speed graph, so go to the value graph and you get this. Now you can do the job. Now, because this is going a little bit delayed, the transition for this part, what you do again, go to the bottom and bring it like that. And then bring this down. Now with this, Blair. And then it should look something like that. Now for the next transition, what you do, same thing. Press that and go a little forward and press star and go. Did I just say that as a star? And go here. Now with this one, because it's going down, you go up. So instead of going this way, you go that way. So bring it back till you see nothing. Yeah. Now because on this one I don't have motion tile, I'm gonna put motion tile. $400 and $400. I just normally put in both $400 just in case. I don't know why I do that. Go to position and right click with 2 fingers. Now this time, follow along again. Go to separate dimensions. The top one, you don't really need it, so we can just, you know, kill that bitch. And press the first keyframe, and you got this. So what you do, you bring this keyframe and bring it forward. Let's put the motion blur, yep. And you pull this down, and it should look something very smooth. If you really want to have like that little bouncing like up and down, you can do something like as I did before, pressing one of the keyframes. So what we can do is just get the bottom part, pull it down a bit. Yeah, so it can look something like that. You know? And you can, with this, you can also use it, like, you can combine together with, like, the zoom in and zoom out. For an example, like I'm showing you an example right here. That will look really nice too. Also giving you an idea of a transition. I'm screen recording and recording while Nikki's live. I can't believe, but I have to not watch his live to do this video for you guys. Bruh, Nikki, why did you have to do this to me? Why? So here's the rotation, okay? Press on the clock, as we usually do. You're right here. This is where you're meant to be. Pull it forward, pull it back, sorry. And press the diamond. Go back to the second diamond that we were first before, and rotate it, okay? So you do rotate it like that. All right, Nikki? Nikki has to always end up upside down, okay? Just keep that in mind. Now, when you do, again, go backwards 3 times. And it should look something like this. Let me just close out the blur, because it's kind of annoying me. So we got this. So if you do not use, like, the graphs, it just looks so off. Anyways, with this one here, really no struggle, just right-click and go here, easies, and yeah. Press onto this and go here. Now again, this transition is a bit delayed, okay? Keep that in mind. I like to keep that over there. Put this one down and bring this one forward. Do you kind of see a pattern when it comes to editing now? Yeah, if you see a pattern, you're really paying attention. A+ to you. So it should look something like that, yeah. But when you put the motion blur, it looks like it's turning. Anyways, go here now to the second clip. Boop. Again, go to rotation. Go here, press on the diamond. The thing is, the reason why you can't press twice the clock is because it will get rid of the keyframes. So we don't want that, alright? Go back to the front, because this one was going, yeah. Now we're gonna go to the right side. So it should be turning, I think, plus or minus. No, it should turn minus. And Nikki has to be upside down once again. It doesn't need to be perfectly upside down like you can see, but just make sure he's upside down, alright? Again, right-click with 2 fingers, go to keyframes, and then go easy ease. Press one of the keyframes. Now with this one, the bottom one goes up, and that goes out to the left, close to that one. Press that, and it should look like that. Again, if you really want to make it look a bit bouncy, you can go back to the beginning part, like right here. Go to the bottom, and pull it down a little down. Just a little down. And it could look like that. See? You slayed that. See? You did that yourself, girl. You did that yourself. By the way, I feel like not many editors really say this, but I'm going to mention this. When you edit, do not expect the clips or the pics to be HD, because it's not going to be. Like you can see as I'm editing, the pic is like kind of pixelated, right? But do not worry, because when you render it, it's going to be HD. And if you want to know in the process of editing if the pic is HD, because you're kind of worried because it looks a little too pixelated, what you really do is just go to looks. If you have MBO, put it in one of the clips or pics, you know, go to edit, and you can see that this is how it's going to end up when you render it. So it's It's going to be HD, so do not worry about it, okay? You're all good. But once you just see that it's like HD and stuff, you can just get rid of the looks. Don't need it. Yeah, you guys finally learned how to do 3 transitions. That's definitely going to help you in the long run in your editing. I hope me explaining this kind of helps you, because I'm telling you, as I'm voice recording this, I am worried on the fact that I'm not even explaining this properly. But I hope you're getting everything that I'm showing and what I'm doing and all that stuff. So yeah, hope you guys have a great day or have a great night. Remember, Jbootyi is always here to help you guys, and in my next video, it's going to be another tutorial for beginners, alright? Which is going to be about me explaining about plugins and everything. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye!